This is called Trying to Understand the World of the Writer. I'm going to try to be very audible, so please make your brain edible so I can pick at, dissect your thoughts, emotions, and dreams. This is my analysis, my didactic dialysis on the thoughts and processes of a writer.
So long it has been since I have drunk the sweet drink of life. The feeling of it running through my veins. It makes me feel alive.
Yes, it's a mad, crazy, demented. Lost all your marbles over the rainbow world.
And when I try to release every solitary emotion I have at once, it comes out something like, "Ah!"
Want love? Now listen to me as I ask again. Do you really want love?
The nameless sensation sending chills throughout my spine.
Love is Steve trying to commit suicide by swallowing monogamy because someone told him it was toxic.
Skinny and wooden.
Love is Steve spending the night with a man named Bear who acts like ways Steve is put together.
When chills her nose as higher as higher. Pungent.
Love is Steve checking the rehab and becoming friends with a deaf Indian who sucks at poker.
So I kick with all my might and sprinkles flies over the kids, over the pizza, and into the pool. The kid screams, the dad laughs, and the mom shrieks. Get out of my house, you Nazi clown!
Dinner is a mundane experience at my house. I sit and eat, and sometimes I dream.
But you can't judge me just yet. It is simply cold. It is simply calming, yet enduring and strangely cool. The places I am are the ways that I'll be. That same teenage boy sneaking out the back door, holding his shirt and shoes in one hand, while struggling to keep his pants up with the other.
He knows a lot. He knows too much!
The pain soon fades. My eyes open.
Love is wild. Love is a Mexican caterpillar.
Where can one turn? I, for one, have turned into the madness. Embrace the malarkey. Crazy, wild, insane. It is a strange world we're living in. And somewhere, we're just stuck in the middle of it all.
I call this, Damn That Smarts. Let's write a quote that nobody's ever heard before. Let's make their ears bleed from lines as sharp as razor blades. Let's tear the world apart and begin a following of those whose lives we'll save and put into perspective from our reading these lines from a mountaintop. Let's make it all alive. Let's put man against man and government against people. Let's write up a new revolution, and when the shit hits the fan, they can look back on our quote and realize that it meant nothing that they thought it did. Let's write the next New York Times bestseller. Let's have them open our book, and there, on the first page, will be our quote and nothing else. Let's make them think that that's art. Let's make them come together because it'll finally be in fashion. Let's write about loving war and loving peace at the exact same time. Let's strike chords in them that haven't been touched by humans for centuries. They'll make them weep for days and then laugh about why they would ever do so. Let's make the meaning an invitation in itself. Let's give them everything they've ever wanted in a single line. Let's watch as some Hollywood producer makes a movie off of our words, and all who see it will groan at the fact that he altered it so much that it would fit into a 2.5-hour time range. Let's laugh when Tom Hanks stars in it. Let's write these words that will live in their heads and live in their hearts until somebody else surfaces with a better quote, and then you and me can laugh at the immortality we had for just a brief period of time.
This is called Trying to Understand the World of a Writer. I'm going to try to be very audible, so please make your brain edible so I can pick at, dissect your thoughts, emotions, and dreams. This is my analysis, my didactic dialysis on the thoughts and processes of a writer. So you see, or I see, we all see, said the blind. Traffic forms my life with the travel aimlessly down the 101. I'm a mimic, a heart of gears and wires and a soul and air time filled with. Providing realistic realism ratifies reasoning, rarely spoken about on Sunday mornings. When Barrel put you in that old southern tuxedo and put the Colonel Sanders on crack cocaine. Strung out, track marks up and down your arms. Deep fried chicken bringing bayou case to bayou race states. I wear a Bible belt around my waist like Superman and throw racists and hates at liberal pricks who pray to God who most of us wouldn't give the time of day to. Even if they're left on a doorstep in an orphanage in Westchester, we could all live a bit better. Take care of the hearts and hands who so visually play. Put lives at stake. Pushing 10 on the youngest men, kids, children, toddlers of all ages. Breaking the limits, tearing the feet of ancient manuscripts, laying out laws about quick-witted government who don't fight with guns but shoot with ballpoint pins. Sonic, slowly and suddenly seep solely on pages of white. Letters drip, drizzle, rain spots, huge raindrops, and we all find comfort in pulling out all the stops. Reading and reading thoughts of train wrecks, masturbating to your savior sex, finding comfort in a baby T-Rex, a miscellaneous chain of events leading up to a prehistoric recess, a vacation in Jurassic Park, a silly, sad, tragic journey joyfully joined by a slew of sonar-savvy dolphins who will lead the way. Follow the yellow brick road, where the bricks are mixed with critics and all the maps are written by cynics and all roads lead to a hole. A deep, dreary, dark cave of nothingness, where you're allowed a television, but only the WB. You're allowed a penis, but you're not allowed to pee. You're given the chances to dance with the stars, but you're in a video game controlled by joysticks and fat kids chewing on candy bars. Zoned out. Zoom in, see life progressing, as human nature always finds ways of digressing. People losing hope for reality, finding comfort in booze and breastbearing. I'm a girl gone wild in an iron chef world. Teasing, tedious, teenage boys tied to tall, towering bedposts. Handcuffed and gagged. What if this will even help him get it up when her dad's in the room next door shuffling papers and singing the theme song to Charles in Charge? Gagged and greasy, the smell of sex drizzled on your chest, sucking on breasts. Maternal instinct kicks in, and they're looking for some milk. But the well is all dried out, production's at an all-time low, and things change. Caterpillars bloom to butterflies, grapes wither to raisins, and that girl that gives you the best hand job in the college junior bathroom becomes a valedictorian and graduates top of her class. Who would have known? John Nelson still falls from our ring wall, except now he double teams him arrogance with Anthony Michael Hall. Things change, but things stay the same. And without understanding that motto, I understand more. The world is clear, crystal. The world is solid, rock. The world makes sense, just like the end of The Sixth Sense. I understand the plot, and therefore I can write, breathe, free and unfurled. So join me, take a gander, jump in. It's not so cold. The water's just right.
Want love? Now listen to me as I ask again. You really want love?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to specify what kind of love you want. You want the love that little Jimmy shares with his dog Lassie?
No.
No? You want the love between Susie and her brother Dan?
No.
How about the love between Fat Ass Bill and his PlayStation 2?
No.
No, okay. I know exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for the love like the love between Steve and Jessica.
Aww.
Well, that's a great love. Steve and Jessica have been together for over 3 years. Steve and Jessica take long walks on the beach on warm Saturday nights. They also have romantic dinners every Thursday. Steve even plays tennis with Jessica's dad every Friday afternoon. They both even donated money together to that late-night infomercial about the poor skinny kids in Africa. Did you also know that Steve had Jessica's name tattooed on his left ass cheek? Boy, could you ask for two people more in love than Steve and Jessica? You say no? Well, the answer is yes, because Jessica just left Steve for some drama major at USC. You want love now? Let me tell you what love is. Love is Steve crying over Jessica for 5 weeks straight while listening to old Fleetwood Mac records in his room while she's off with the wannabe Pacino. Love is Steve trying to accidentally bump into Jessica at the mall just so he can throw something at her and hope it causes her physical pain. Love is Steve searching in newspapers trying to find someone who can remove the Jessica tattoo off his ass. Love is Steve crying while the doctor is removing the tattoo off his ass. Love is Steve crying while the doctor... Love is Steve crashing his 1996 Civic into the side of Jessica's parents' house because he never liked them anyway. Love is a drunk Steve picking a fight with a clown at his niece's 7th birthday party. Love is Steve trying to commit suicide by swallowing Monopoly money because someone told him it was toxic. Love is Steve repeatedly setting fire to Jessica's front porch. Thus, Steve gets his ass kicked by firemen at least 3 times a week. Love is Steve being forced to attend therapy after Jessica files a restraining order against him. He calls his therapist a lesbian and hits the road for Mexico. Love is Steve spending 4 months in a small Mexican town where everyone smokes and he must pick up donkey shit for 3 pesos a pint. Love is Steve getting kicked back over the border via catapult. Love is Steve getting drunk every night in Brentwood and getting ass raped by the understudy, the Tin Man, and the Wizard of Oz musical playing at the Santa Monica Playhouse all weekend long. Love is Steve checking into rehab and becoming friends with a deaf Indian who sucks at poker. Love is Steve escaping rehab and finding a job. Love is Steve meeting a girl in a bar in Hollywood. Love is Steve starting the cycle all over again. You see what love is? Love is wonderful. Love is amazing. Love is fantastic until you lose it. Then you might as well give up and screw everything in sight and settle down with some old senior citizens who's told to mess with your head like that. As for Steve, well, he's still out there. He's still upset about Jessica, but he has moved on. It's too bad that Steve doesn't know that Jessica died a horrible death due to a horrific shark attack. I mean, it was bad. That shark waited to eat her like 3 hours after it bit her left leg off. Damn, love's a bitch. Love's wild. Love's a Mexican cow pull.
I am but an ant, trapped inside a cold glass jar. Just outside lies a field of green, a churning ocean of color and beauty. My heart grows lonesome of my home. So long it has been since I have drunk the sweet drink of life. The feeling of it running through my veins, it makes me feel alive. Without it, I am but a mindless machine. Years have flown by, like birds being set free from an open cage. Man's connection to mother has faded. He is no longer her child. He is but a walking plague upon her breast. After so much giving, man repays her with such cold-hearted hatred, building factories on her fragile epidermis, built to fuel man's most unimportant desires, killing mother for his own self-gain. I won't let this happen to my mother. She and I have a connection, one that I cannot describe to just any man, but one that is known only by those who experience the ocean, those who break through the glass. Shatter the glass of lies and flood your eyes with truth.
Offices unknown beyond the landscape, horns, drafts, and chaos clouding a strange world that is surrounding. Revolutions of the dance kind, diet solutions offered by cocaine, products sold so well by sex, your life captured in a blog, chain letters that tell you your future, and the people dumb enough to fall for it. Yes, it's a mad world, crazy, demented. Lost all your marbles over the rainbow world. People are getting married younger and divorcing earlier. $200 for pants that aren't comfortable. $400 for a purse that holds less. And $50 for a hat branded with the name of a racist. For heaven's sake, sayings that don't make sense. Piercings that don't make sense. And that bitch Ann Coulter, who doesn't make sense. Damn it, it's a mad world we live in. Psycho, zany, wacky. Cuckoo clocks and do mental patients in a war, crazy ass world. And we're in the middle of it, of war and peace and poverty at the same time. Abortions are bad. No, abortions are good. No, wait, shut up. Pro-life, pro-choice, I'm pro-shut the hell up. Religions are lying and raping. Leaders are cheating and stealing. Societies are burning and fading. Where can one turn? I, for one, have turned into the madness. Embrace the malarkey. Crazy, wild, insane. It is a strange world we're living in. And somewhere, we're just stuck in the middle of it all.